Okay, first thing is to chain 65. So that's what we're going to do. If I can keep my yarn from going crazy here. 1, 2, 3. So be sure you don't tighten your hook up, your chains up too much. If you think you're going to do that, just get a next large sizer hook and do your starting chain with a larger hook, and then change back to the 6.5 millimeter hook or whatever hook size that you are using. So you're going to chain to 65 and then come back, okay? Hang on. All right. We have our 65 chained starter chain. We're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into you're going to skip 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. Now, you're not going to skip 5. You're going to go into the 5th chain. That's what you're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the 5th chain from the hook. And you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to skip 5 chains. You're going to, that's the one you're in. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in number 6, you're going to double crochet 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to chain 2, and then in the same chain you're going to do another double. Okay. This is going to create this space is going to create the space for the next row to go into. See, this is the way it starts. This is the way it starts out. Okay. Chain 2, and you're going to do this all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th one you're going to do 4 double crochets, 2, 3, 4 in the same chain, and then chain 2, and then do another double crochet in that same chain, and chain 2. You see what's going on here? See what's happening? So skip 5 chains. In the 6th one, do 4 double, chain 2, and another double, and then chain 2. In between each of these shell configurations, you chain 2 and do that all the way to the end. I'm going to meet you at the end and show you how to turn this corner. Okay, I'll show you how to turn this corner. Let's do this one more time. Okay, so you skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 6th one, 4 doubles, my yarn's pulling back. Hang on, let me pull my yarns out here. Pull my yarns out. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, add a 5th double in that same chain, and then chain 2. Skip 5. And see, so on and so forth, all the way down to the end. And I'll meet you at the end and tell you what to do. Okay, here we are. We're down at the end again, the very first end, and excuse me. And you've got yarn over. So you've just got a few chains left. You go you skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the sixth one, which is the turning chain. This is going to be a little tricky sometimes because it wants us to tighten up on you. You do four double crochets. You do not add the fifth one after the chain 2. You just do 4 double crochets in the very last chain. Okay, that's what you need to do. 4 double crochets in the very first chain of your starting chain. So we got 3, and sometimes it wants to tighten up on you, being the slip knot chain. You just have to coax it out of there. Okay, so now you're down to the end, and you've got 4 double crochets here. Do not do chain 2 and a fifth one. Okay, so you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work. Okay. Turn to the other side. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over, and you're going to put a double crochet in the very first double, which is this chain right here. This is the first double right here. So that's where you break some of these traditional rules, but this is what the instructions call for. You double right here in this first double crochet. So there's 4 double crochets here. Double in the very first one. Okay. If I can keep my hands from dropping things. There we go. Double right there. Okay. 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 Then you chain 2. Then you skip this entire shell here. You skip this big space, and you remember your chain 2 and a fifth one here. Do different on the other side. This is where you're going to put the same type shell configuration is in that chain 2 section of that previous shell on the first row. So you're going to do 4 doubles. Sorry if you hear my cat yowling. He wants out again. Chain 2 and a fifth double right here. My yarn's pulling. Okay. And then chain 2, just like you did on the first row. And everywhere you have a shell and a chain 2 and a fifth crochet from the first row, you do the same type configuration right in here in that space. You were creating the space to do this on the second row. And you will do this all the way down. And you will turn just like I showed you. Every time you will chain 4 in that last space. You will not do a fifth one. So this is what you're doing. Do the same thing on this row. When you get down to the fourth one, when you got that one space, you'll put 4 double crochets in there and chain 4. And let me show you what we have here. Okay. And this is the way it's going to start looking right here. This is how it's going to start looking. You do this until you get to however long, and usually the pattern calls for it to be 64 inches long. Mine was 64 inches. Let me see if I can back off of this a little bit. Sorry about my trashy place over there. There. See? This is how wide your shawl is. I don't know exactly how long that is. Probably 18 to 20 inches long. And you keep going the same way. That's all. You memorize this. You probably already memorized it just doing that. And you do it all the way down till it hits as long as you want it. And then you tie it off, just like I showed you in the other previous videos. So there you go. The Lacy Romantic Shawl. Look how pretty that is. I mean, goodness gracious, that's beautiful, huh? I did this in a solid, but you can do this in any color you want. I just used the Red Heart soft yarn, with love yarn. It calls, this will take you 2 of those balls of yarn, probably 2 skeins of yarn. That's about 370 yards. It's probably going to take you about 600 yards of yarn with a 6.5 millimeter hook. So, I hope this helps. Let me know if you make this, okay? Bye.